Today, we're diving into a really ambitious and honestly pretty inspiring proposal called Give Back to Algeria, honoring our legacy, building our future. Let's get right into it and see what this is all about. To really get what's driving this whole initiative, you have to start right here with this incredibly powerful idea. It's built on a core belief in Algerian heritage. The spirit of sacrifice is one of the highest virtues. Sacrificing for the homeland is the noblest act. Now, this isn't just some historical quote, it's the actual engine behind the entire concept we're about to unpack. And that spirit of sacrifice? Wow, it was forged over more than a century of struggle. It started with early resistance from legendary figures like Emir Abdelkader. It grew through nationalist movements that fought to preserve Algerian identity, and it all culminated in the war for independence led by the FLN. Every single step on this timeline leading to 1962 was paid for with just immense sacrifice. It's a powerful reminder that all the opportunities of today are built directly on top of that legacy. So that brings us to right now. Algeria has this incredible legacy and just massive potential. A young population, tons of resources, amazing talent. But for so many families, the day-to-day reality is still a real struggle, with not enough jobs and development that just isn't reaching everyone. And that's exactly the gap this initiative wants to bridge, connecting that huge potential with the everyday lives of its people. This all leads to a really central question, one that a lot of nations are trying to figure out. How do you take all that collective goodwill, that spirit of sacrifice we just talked about, and turn it into structured, measurable development that actually benefits everyone, not just a few? And here's the proposed answer. Give Back to Algeria, or GBTA for short. Now, what's really key is how it's defined. This is not a charity. They call it a citizen-led, community-owned development engine. The whole idea is to channel the energy of Algerians, both at home and living abroad, into a super transparent, long-term program of nation building. It's all about building with the people, for the people. At its very core, this initiative is about a huge shift in thinking. It's about moving away from things like one-off donations and low trust and moving towards a totally new model of structured mobilization, sustainable reinvestment, and high accountability that includes the entire nation. The critical point isn't just what gets done, but how it gets done. So how does that actually work in practice? Well, it's all built around this brilliant idea, the reinvestment cycle. Step 1, citizens contribute. Step 2, that money is used to build projects, some social, some that actually make money. Step 3, the successful projects create financial surpluses. And here is the absolute game changer. Step 4, 100% of those surpluses are reinvested to fund brand new projects. It's designed to be a self-powering engine for national growth. Of course, an idea this huge lives or dies on trust, right? That's why the plan is what they call integrity by design, baked in from the very beginning, a set of non-negotiable rules. We're talking about a mission lock, which means no private individuals can ever profit from this. Then there's a structure that separates the mission from the actual project delivery, board independence, and total transparency with public audits. It's all designed to protect the public interest from day one. Okay, so what kind of scale are we talking about here? It's huge. The goal is to raise 3.375 billion euros over 7.5 years. Now, before you think that number is just impossible, check out how it breaks down. This is the power of the many, the power of collective action. That enormous goal becomes completely achievable with just 1.5 million contributors giving around 25 euros a month. Suddenly, a massive number gets reframed as a totally manageable, community-driven effort. And where does all that money go? This is another massive point for building trust. As you can see, a staggering 98% is allocated directly to funding projects. This isn't about building some big, bloated bureaucracy. It's about building a better Algeria. The focus is completely on creating tangible results on the ground. So what gets built? Well, the vision starts with transforming daily life. I mean, think about it. A chain of modern supermarkets that make food more accessible and affordable. New apartment buildings to help with housing, and electric bus networks to create cleaner, more efficient cities. But it goes way beyond just the basics. It's about enriching communities. The plan literally calls for a library and a swimming pool in every single neighborhood, places for people to learn and have fun. It also includes new theaters and museums in major cities. This is a direct investment in the social and cultural soul of the nation. And finally, of course, it's about powering the economy. We're talking about a new chain of hotels to welcome visitors, modern logistics centers to help businesses grow, and new retail shops that create jobs and opportunity. It really is a whole picture approach to development. All of these individual projects, they all tie back to this one central vision: a modern, productive, and united Algeria, where every citizen has fair access to opportunity, quality services, and a dignified standard of living. That right there is the ultimate goal behind every single thing they plan to do. So if this idea is sparking something in you, you're probably asking, what can I do? Well, the initiative is currently in its pre-launch phase. So right now, today, the focus is all on sharing the idea, maybe offering your professional expertise, and building awareness using the hashtag #GiveBackToAlgeria. After the official launch, that's when the call to action will shift to making that monthly contribution and volunteering your time and skills. So it's a two-stage process. If you want to follow the progress and maybe get involved, these are the best places to go. The website, givebacktoalgeria.com, has all the details, and you can reach out directly through email. These are your go-to sources for reliable, first-hand updates as this whole thing develops. You know, when you boil it all down, this entire proposal really leaves you with one inspiring and kind of provocative question. What kind of future can 1.5 million Algerians actually build together? That's a powerful thought to end on.